Hey, Slow News Day live. My name is Steve Poikinen. I am here in beautiful Boulder Creek, California, where the flannel shirt is our state flag, the pit bull is our state bird, and cannabis is our state flower. I time today, so I was going to do a quick update on the Jeffrey Epstein case. For no other reason than it's devolved into such a massive shit show that it's dropped off of Twitter. It's now all about Donald Trump. It's mostly when you see Jeffrey Epstein mentioned, it's related to Trump or it's related to Alex Acosta, which is fine. Alex Acosta should fucking resign. I have no problem with that. He was part of the prosecution in the case against Epstein in 2008, which is going to be the subject of this live stream. Epstein got a sweetheart deal. Epstein's victims were apparently not notified that he was getting this sweetheart deal. And the FBI files, the FBI documents on Jeffrey Epstein are available online. There's hundreds and hundreds of pages of them, and mostly you're scrolling through or you're trying to determine legalese. Anywho, in the middle of that, and it's what I used as the thumbnail for this video. I'm going to go ahead and read it to from the FBI, dated September 18th, 2008. On September 11, 2008, case agent advised Ryder that Epstein is currently being prosecuted by the state of Florida and is complying with all conditions of his plea with the state of Florida. Epstein has also provided information to the FBI as agreed upon. Case agent advised that no federal prosecution will occur in this matter as long as Epstein continues to uphold his agreement with the state of Florida. Well, first of all, let's think about who was the FBI director in 2008. It was Bob Mueller. The jump on this have known that this was going to turn, or this case was brought out by the Southern District of New York for partisan political reasons. They wanted to tie Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein, which you can. Just don't make him the fucking only one, is what I'm saying. Because they thought that the Southern District of New York thought that they could use this case as a way to prosecute Trump where Robert Mueller failed. Knowing that, and then knowing that Mueller was also signing off on allowing Epstein to walk to be an informant. Like, how fucking dirty is Bob Mueller? The lionization of this man, the complete faith that the resistance threw behind Bob Mueller and threw into the marketing. Jesus Christ, dude, they capitalized on fucking hats and shirts and stickers and all kinds of fucking Robert Mueller shit. It was ridiculous. Like, to what length do you keep going to protect this fucking war criminal or war crime enabler? This is Chris Walker in the chat. You're right. This is the same Robert Mueller who pushed Saddam has WMD on us. This is the same Robert Mueller that apparently gave a pass to fucking Jeffrey Epstein, the owner of Pedophile Island and the Lolita Express. To what extent And I'm going to do a piece on this. I'm going to do a piece on the Franklin scandal and how it relates to what we're seeing now with Epstein. We historically have had situations where incredibly wealthy, incredibly powerful people have these fucking drug, sex, and pedophile cults that they get people who are just coming into the political sphere or the business sphere involved in, and run as a blackmail scam on them for the rest of their lives. That's essentially what the Franklin scandal was. Franklin scandal blew up in 1989. By 1994, you've got the first sort of accusation. In 1993, 1994, you've got the first stories coming out about Jeffrey Epstein sex parties, and Donald Trump raped a 13-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl, and fucking what I'm trying to say here is that we just jumped from one billionaire pedophile, extortion, and blackmail racket to another. And if you think that that's going to end with Jeffrey Epstein, you're wrong. Guns, oil, drugs, and sex. Is that what God's is? Was that what you're going for, that acronym? What's the asterisk? I don't get it. Okay. It's fucking fascinating. It really is, and creepy at the same time, because there's Bill Barr isn't going to recuse himself from this. It doesn't look like Andrew Acosta is going to step down. Not that he needs to, not that he's going to be a part of this, but as Secretary of Labor, he's the one that is ostensibly in charge of how we deal with and go after human trafficking. So human trafficking, sex trafficking, child sex trafficking is all under Acosta's purview, and his fucking prosecution team gave Epstein a pass. Let him walk free. Let him provide his information to the FBI was apparently more important than his victims getting any kind of redress. That I know I'm cynical, but that leads me to believe that the pattern we have of billionaire pedophile clubs for fun, extortion, and blackmail aren't fucking going anywhere. Aren't going anywhere with Epstein going down. If Epstein is making some sort of deal, if he's going to try to talk his way out of this, if he's going to try to provide names of other people, we're looking at an implosion of our business, political, our intelligence spheres. I guess what I'm getting at is don't expect much out of this. Not when there's a link to several presidents, not when there's a link to fucking people like Barbara Walters is in that black book. And I know that there's people that staunchly defend Donald Trump and will swear that he fucking had Jeffrey Epstein kicked out of Mar-a-Lago. There's no proof for that. And Jeffrey Epstein had 14 different ways to contact Donald Trump. Don't think the people that are standing for Donald Trump on this one are doing it out of any sort of fucking loyalty, or they're not thinking critically. They're not. As much as you can point to Trump derangement syndrome and fucking Rachel Maddow brainworms and shit like that, as much as you can point to that, there are people that have bought into the marketing that is Donald Trump. The guy has successfully branded himself for fucking 40 years. He consistently fucks up and falls up. That's what he's good at, fucking up and falling up. But he is inextricably linked to this billionaire pedophile. He I mean, the lawyer for Epstein's victims went on an exhaustive search to determine for a fact that Trump had him thrown out of Mar-a-Lago. What he overturned was more stories about more parties at Mar-a-Lago and how Mar-a-Lago had been used as sort of an introduction facility for a pedophile trafficking network. Again, the Southern District of New York going after Epstein now, particularly knowing that Epstein was providing the FBI with information which led to him getting a fucking pass in 2008. There's political motivations behind arresting Epstein in order to link Trump and to Epstein and get Trump where Mueller failed. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I would like to see Donald Trump no longer in office. I would like to see somebody in office who will move the needle in a different direction. I don't think that we can do that through the American electoral process as it stands. I don't think we have free and fair elections. But I don't want Donald Trump to be the only fucking pedophile that goes down over Jeffrey Epstein getting arrested. Bill fucking Clinton was on the Lolita Express 26 times. Kevin Spacey was on the plane. Fucking the amount of redacting from the internet, the amount of scrubbing from the internet that has taken place since Jeffrey Epstein got arrested. The day he got arrested, you could still find pictures of Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein. Right now, you can't. On DuckDuckGo, you can't. And apparently DuckDuckGo uses Google as its backup, but or uses Google as its default image search. But holy fuck, man. I would encourage all of you to get outside of Google and I'm going to try and do this before I go to work. I don't really have a lot of time. But get outside of Google, Bing or fucking whatever, and try and find pictures of Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein, because they existed up until a couple of days ago. Chris in the chat, yesterday on 99 through Fresno, someone hung a Trump and Epstein picture with it saying she was 13 underneath. And yeah, you're right. No, that's what I'm saying. Go try and find those pictures. There's a very, very good chance, and I think someone brought this up in the first live stream that we were doing, the information that they found on Anthony Weiner's laptop will corroborate and help further cracking open this fucking billionaire pedophile fucking sex, death, extortion, and blackmail call. Lloyd Tucker Carlson, good to see you, buddy. How are you? Yes, it's a modern day book burning, and that is a phrase put out by a wonderful researcher and talented human being, goes by the name Crow. The idea that we have something like YouTube is really fucking cool. The idea that YouTube is controlled by the alphabet company, Google, and exists on the whim of advertisers and their dollars, or whatever manufactured outrage can be ginned up in order to call for censorship of one bad person on the right so they can censor fucking 3,000 legitimate voices on the left. Fuck YouTube for that. Yes, it's a modern day book burning. Yes, scrubbing fucking all kinds of archival evidence, picture and video from this series of tubes, let's say. Yeah, it's a modern day book burning. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, I fully agree with Crow on that. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. I got to get ready to go to work. Uh, as soon as I have more on this, and I'm digging into it, and I'm getting a hold of some people that have been researching the not just Epstein, but Anthony Weiner and the was it Nibium cult, Harvey Weinstein, all of that shit. Um, so I'm going to have a couple of guests on over the next couple of weeks that have really, really been looking into this for a long time. And I'll let you know when I know. Until then, thanks for hanging out. Good luck to us all.